Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us here at Facebook Live. I'm Tyler Woodward here at Madison Lighting again. Last time we posted, we talked about the Caseta wireless system and how that can help you control the light levels in your home. This week though, what I'd like to talk to you about is LED technology and how LED can help you further control those light levels in your home and maybe also save you a little bit of money on your electric bill. Now, you may be aware of what LED technology is, just from everyday life, whether you have a LED flashlight at home, you have an LED clock, but maybe you don't really know how that works or how that is incorporated into the residential lighting business. So, for those of you that aren't totally aware and haven't done that research, let me give you a little bit of a rundown. Hopefully it won't get too technical for you. But over here I've got a little bit of a setup of a few different LED bulbs and a few different incandescent bulbs over here. Now this guy, that is an LED bulb. That's an incandescent bulb. So as you can see, they've obviously gotten pretty consistent with the color, and you can also get other LED bulbs that are a little bit more yellow for that different style, kind of more Edison look too. In talking about how an LED works, I'll just unscrew this guy here, give you a little better view. So you'll notice on the top half of this bulb here is an acrylic lens. Inside there are a bunch of diodes arranged in a unique pattern. The diode itself is what the LED is, and it's made up of essentially two semiconductors that are fused together. Now when you run a current through those semiconductors, they react with each other, and the result of the reaction is visible light. You'll also notice on the bottom half of the bulb here is a big plastic piece. Now that is what we call the driver, and really what the driver does is regulate current to the LED. The reason for that is all LEDs need to run off of direct current, but the current that's coming into your home is alternating current. So this is just regulating that current so that you get a consistent light output from the LED. Now all of this is kind of technical stuff, and hopefully I didn't bore you too much, but essentially what it means for you is that this is a much more efficient way to emit light than any other version of bulb that came before it, which also means that it will last much longer than any other bulb that came before it. And I say all of that with the caveat that not every single LED bulb is created equally. First off, the manufacturers at big box stores, and really it could be anybody, they try to cut down the cost because making an LED bulb is an expensive process, right? So some of the ways that they may try to cut down on those costs are by using less expensive materials in the driver. Now you may see a representation of that in if you've ever gone to a big box store and bought an LED bulb that says it's going to last for like 30,000 hours, and you get home and maybe a week later, maybe a month later, maybe 6 months later, it burns out, right? And that's really because those manufacturers, whether they're under pressure from the distributor or just on their own, are trying to cut costs a little bit so that they can make a cheaper bulb and ultimately make it more appealing to you to buy. So you really are paying for what you get with LED bulbs. The other way that they cut costs are with the LED diodes themselves. So inside here, like I mentioned, are all these different diodes. But LED doesn't naturally occur as a white light, so they have to make it white, and that process is expensive and hard, and to make it consistently white is even harder. So a lot of times manufacturers may overlook those consistency standards a bit, so you may go to the store, buy an LED bulb, get home, screw it in, turn it on, nice white light, maybe that's what you wanted. You go back to the store, you get another one because you like the way that looks, get home, you turn it on, maybe it looks like that, you know? So that is really the result of manufacturers trying to cut down costs, but really it's a detriment to you because you're not getting that consistent light. And then lastly, what I'll mention about LED bulbs is the dimming capability. So not every single LED bulb is dimmable, although now they will tend to call that out on the packaging. So you want to make sure that you're buying a dimmable bulb if you want to put it on a dimmer. And the other thing is not every single dimmer works with LED bulbs. So this LED bulb has a lot of technology built into it, like I mentioned earlier. So really, you have to look at it as more of like an electronic appliance and less of just a passive bulb in your home that lights up. The dimmer that you use needs to be sophisticated enough to be able to talk to the electronic device and make it dim. So if you've got an older dimmer, maybe it's 10 years old, 15 years old, and you're seeing maybe some flickering, maybe it doesn't turn on right away, that could be down to the dimmer. So if you're experiencing any of these kinds of issues, we know that it can be tough to go through, and here at Madison Lighting, we are in the unique position to be able to weed out some of those issues with manufacturers, with dimmers. We can certainly help you find the right products to avoid some of those pitfalls. So if you have any questions, please come in, talk to me. I'm Tyler Woodward again, or any one of our sales reps, and we'd be happy to talk about LED technology further. Or if you want to just shoot us an email, you can reach us at our website, madisonlighting.com. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Again, I'm Tyler Woodward, and hope to see you next month.